disaster with this hurricane has proved for the millionth time that the super rich, the 1%, the capitalists are unfit to rule. Global warming had a lot to do with this hurricane. Hurricanes like this, there's weather cycles that happen. This shouldn't be happening so quickly, so often. People's power is the answer. I think the people of New York, if they could own and operate, the industries, the hospitals, they could much better plan for disasters like this. The people ought to run society.
Open up the hospitals!
Shut down Wall Street!
Open up the hospitals!
Shut down Wall Street!
Well, I'm just one of many millions of people who are completely outraged by the unpreparedness of this capitalist government and system. They don't care that millions of people, especially poor and working class people, are suffering. Their homes are flooded. In many cases, their homes are completely destroyed. Power is coming back slowly. This system is just not designed or capable of responding to people in crisis, whether that crisis is made by people or whether that crisis is made by nature. Because this is the problem that's endemic to a system that puts profits and the rich over the people before everything else.
Tell the priorities of any society by what they do in a crisis. All the equipment in the city, salt waterproof, and one of the big problems that causes the delays right now in the subway and the power restoration is the fact that they have to scrub every single piece of equipment to get the salt water off of it before they could even open up. And that's one of the main reasons for the delay. So they're negligent. The authorities are negligent. Having known about this, having been warned about it, having been given studies about how to prepare for it, they did nothing. They just want to cut the budget, gentrify New York City, do stop and frisk, and every other thing against the people, and not prepared to protect the people against a disaster that was totally predictable.
What better crisis is there to declare that we need to take the power away from the capitalists and from their government who do nothing for the people and give the power to the people?
Grouping of people who have been discussing in the last few weeks to organize for the People's Power Assembly movement, which means that it's time for the people to organize themselves. It has been proven over and over that we cannot depend on the rich or the politicians or Congress. Hurricane Sandy shows us. Red Cross doesn't come through, FEMA doesn't come through. First thing to open is Wall Street, not the hospitals. This all shows that what we need is for the people to organize and demand their rights, and we need to fight for jobs, and we need to fight against repression. So Hurricane Sandy is a natural disaster, but it's a natural disaster that was compounded by the fact that for decades the energy companies, the oil companies have been allowed to do whatever they want to do in terms of, and have ruined the climate. It's time to have a People's Power Assembly. It's time to build a movement for People's Power, and we urge everyone to come to the Solidarity Center on Saturday, November the 10th at 2 p.m. The first order of business is how can the workers, how can the communities, how can the residents of the housing projects, the victims who lost wages, the cab drivers who lost wages, how can we organize to make sure that the needs of the people are met and not the needs of Wall Street? On Saturday, November the 10th, this will be the #1 discussion. Even though Hurricane Sandy has swept the East Coast and devastated the East Coast, even before Hurricane Sandy, we had police terror, we had Trayvon Martins, we have 1 million undocumented that have been deported viciously and cruelly. And so the issue of jobs and justice has been on the forefront of the People's Power Assembly agenda from day one. And now we've got to tie this into the devastation that has been wrecked not by Hurricane Sandy, but by the capitalist system that obviously cannot meet our needs. So please join us on Saturday, November the 10th at 2 p.m. at the Solidarity Center. If you're a unionist, if you're a hospital worker, if you're fighting police brutality, if you're unemployed, underemployed, if you're undocumented, Saturday, November the 10th at 2 p.m. at the Solidarity Center in Manhattan on 17th Street. We have power, and I don't mean just lights. We have people's power.
Workers ran New York. The power would work.
If workers had the power would work.
If workers had the power would work. If workers had the power would work. If workers had the power would work.
If the people had the power
would work.
If the people had the